Chapter 4: The Path to a Breakthrough. Seagulls flapped their wings as they scoured the ocean for food. The sun's radiant disk emerged slowly from behind the horizon. Birds waited restlessly for the arrival of fish migrating from afar. Their scaly bodies occasionally leapt over the waves, gently pedaled by the morning breeze. As the light wind traveled beyond the shore and into the forest, it reached its sleeping inhabitants. Afnu was in a deep slumber when the ocean breeze caught up with him. He was having a strange dream about Mimi wandering into the mountains. The path was tight and steep, and he was trailing her. "Where are you going? Mimi? Mimi?" Mimi did not respond. Occasionally, she would turn her head and look at him before walking on. Afnu continued to follow her. Mimi seemed to want to show him something. He was not alarmed and was strangely calm. He was curious about where she was leading him. They traveled for hours until they reached an oasis at the top of the mountain. Filling the oasis were colorful flowers, plants, beautiful birds, insects, and a peaceful river. Mimi walked up to the water and started to dip her little toe in it. Afnu watched, unsure of what to do. Then, for the first time, he heard Mimi speak. "This is my world. Come and get me out of here." "How?" asked Afnu. "I don't know the path." Mimi replied, "You must find a way to follow me and then lead me out." Before Afnu could respond, he was woken by a strange noise coming from below. He opened his eyes and looked down. Mimi was standing on the ground laughing. This was the first time he had seen her do this. "Tutor, look at Mimi," said Afnu. Tutor opened her eyes and looked at her. "What is she doing?" she asked. "No idea," replied Afnu. They both came down from the trees and crawled towards Mimi. As they got closer, they realized that she was laughing at something she had seen. But what was it? "Mimi, what are you laughing at?" asked Tutor. Mimi did not respond and carried on laughing. "Mimi, what is it?" asked Afnu. Mimi did not react, but Afnu persisted. "Mimi, Mimi, Mimi, what is it? Why is Mimi laughing?" Mimi pointed her finger at a bird on a distant branch and said, "Kumeje." She then carried on giggling. Afnu repeated, "Kumeje?" Still laughing, Mimi lifted her head, looked at Afnu, and pointed her finger at the bird again. "Kumeje," she repeated, while continuing to laugh. Afnu repeated, "Kumeje," and joined in the laughter. The exchange continued for a while. It was the first time Mimi had come out of her world and communicated with others. Afnu did not want this to stop and kept repeating this routine to ensure he did not lose Mimi's attention. He then lifted Mimi and started to circle around while shouting, "Kumeje! Kumeje!" They were then joined by Tutor. They all held hands and started circling together, laughing and shouting, "Kumeje!"